And we're following up after we told you that starting Monday, Montana state IDs will not get you into some federal buildings or military bases.
It's all because of something called the Real ID Act, and let's break it down. The act establishes a national standard for state-issued ID cards, but Montana lawmakers won't comply over privacy concerns. So our Attorney General's office says you can still use a passport as a valid form of ID, but we wanted to know what all that takes.
Our Montana McLaughlin went through all of the steps required to get a passport today to get an idea of the time, money, and effort involved. Montana?
Yeah, Steve, Laurel, the big concern here is Montanans might all have to start using one of these if they want to get into most federal buildings or military bases, and starting next January, even airports. But the problem is these cost time and money.
This little booklet, it's just 28 pages, but it takes some work to get. The process starts with picking up an application at a designated passport office. In Missoula, your options are either the post office or the library. You'll sit down with someone like Christine Hadlow. She's one of 10 certified passport agents at the library, and she says business is picking up.
This is the busiest time of the year for passports. People are planning trips for spring break and summer.
She also credits the busy season to the restrictions of the Real ID Act.
A few more people asking about how that might affect things, and some people I think are getting their passports in anticipation of that.
Christine will check your two forms of identification, like a birth certificate and a driver's license. Then it's off to take your photo. There are special requirements for the photo's size and color, so make sure to get it professionally taken at a place like Walgreens or CVS. Once the photo's printed and cut to size, you'll want to pull out that checkbook. Passports can cost anywhere between $30 for just a card to $140 for both a booklet and a card. And don't forget that shipping cost. If you're okay with the 4 to 6 week turnaround, shipping's free. But if you'll need your passport sooner, tack on another $60. Once everything is filled out accordingly, it's back to the post office to put in the mail. And then it's a waiting game. But Christine says if you're going to get a new passport, get it done soon. The library says they're already processing nearly 60 passport applications a week. And with new ID restrictions, it could be even more.
There's going to be a rush.
Now, if you already have a passport that you need to get renewed, you can print off a form online and mail it in without having to get verified in person. You can find a link to that form on this article on our website, NBCMontana.com. Live in Missoula, Montana McLaughlin, NBC Montana.
Some additional information about those passports from smartertravel.com. In 1996, the U.S. State Department issued 5.5 million passports. Fast forward to 2014. That year, 14 million of us were given passports. And for all of the ins and outs of getting that passport, you can find a link at Montana's